Alright, let's look at the homework 2.7, problem number 7. Alright, so we want to find the dy over dx both explicitly and also implicitly. Alright, so let's do that. Alright, so let's do the implicit differentiation first. Alright, so we're going to start with, so I'm going to copy this equation here. 4y squared minus x squared is equal to 48. Right? So let's take the derivative. So we're going to take the derivative with respect to x as usual. Right? So derivative of 4y squared, since it's a different letter, so we're going to do 8y. But you're going to have to multiply by dy over dx. And then derivative of negative x squared would be just a negative 2x. And then derivative of 48 is 0, since 48 is a number. Alright, then we just need to isolate dy over dx. And first, I'm going to move this guy over to the other side. So we can just add 2x to both sides. So add 2x. So we have 8y dy over dx is equal to positive 2x. Alright, then we need to divide through by 8y so that we can isolate dy over dx. So we're going to divide through by 8y. So we have dy over dx is equal to, right, you have a 2x that was already on the right, and we're dividing by 8y. Right? So we're going to just, let's see, get rid of here. So you have a 2. So 2 and 8 cancel out. So you're left with 4 here. All right? So we're going to get simply just x over 4y. All right? So that's the implicit. Let's go ahead and type it in. All right? So it's going to be x over 4y. Right, we got that one. Right, let's do it the explicit way. Right, so explicitly, we're gonna use this. Start with y is equal to square root of x squared plus 48 over 2. Right. Again, I don't like square root, so I'm going to rewrite it as, so you have a 1/2, because there's a 2 on the bottom. Then we have quantity x squared plus 48. And then square root is equivalent to 1/2 power. Right? So let's find the derivative. So y prime, or dy over dx, is equal to, using general power rule, we're going to put 1/2 in front, but the 1/2 is already there, so I'm going to combine 1/2 times 1/2 is 1/4. Then keep exactly the same inside function, so x squared plus 48. And then subtract 1 from 1/2, so it's going to be negative 1/2. Then we're going to multiply by derivative of inside function, which is 2x. Right? So we can cancel 2 here on top, and there's a 4 on the bottom, so we can turn that into 2. Right? Then we will have, let's clean it up here. So this is going to be equal to, right, we're going to have x on top. So I'm going to put x on top here. Right? So we took care of x. All right, there's 2 sitting on the bottom, so we have to put 2 there. All right, then we have, let's see, so we're going to have this guy. All right, x squared plus 48 has a negative power, which means that we know that x squared plus 48 live downstairs, right? Then we still have 1/2 power here, so we're gonna have to put the square root. Maybe I'm gonna just erase this parentheses here, right? Then I'm going to put the square root over that because it's a 1/2 power, right? That took care of everything, right? Alright, so what we need to do is we need to plug those in. So let's type it in here. Alright, so what we got was x over 2 times square root of x squared plus 48. Alright, first let's check the answer. Alright, I came back and looks like we got this, these two correctly. Alright, then how about the next question? Alright, are these results equivalent? Alright, so let's check to see if they are equivalent. Alright, so what we need to do is, let's see, how about this? Alright, since we have this equation here, y is equal to square root of x squared plus 48 over 2. Why don't I plug this guy in here? Right? So we know that x over 4y is equivalent to x over, right, 4 times. Now we plug in square root of x squared plus 48 over 2. Right? Then we can cancel. Right? So there's a 4 on top and there's a 2, so we can turn it into 2. Right? So this is going to be equivalent to, oops, that's not what I wanted to do, x over, right? You have a 2 here. Then you have a square root of x squared plus 48. Right? So you can see that we get exactly the same thing here. So answer would be yes, they are equivalent. Right? Use the graph to estimate the slope of the tangent line at the labeled point. So if you look at the picture, right? So the picture looks fairly precise. Right? So we're looking at this tangent line, right? So it looks like it's going to go through 3. So run would be 1, 2, 3, 4. And rise would be 1. So rise is 1, run is 4. 1/4 would be the answer. So let's try 1/4. Right? And let's check the answer. Alright, I came back and it looks like we got this one correctly. Right? And we could have verified that because we have to plug in 4, right? So if you plug in 4 for x and 4 for y, you get the 4 over 16, which is 1/4. So we would have gotten the same answer doing that way. Alright, that's it. I hope that this was clear.